What's going on, Thunder Nation? Welcome to another edition of Coffee Talk. I'm Jason Miles. We're coming to you from Village Inn on the west side of Wichita. There are 5 locations in the metro, including Derby and Hutchinson. And today's guest here on Coffee Talk is Wichita Thunder netminder Roddy Ross. Thanks so much for coming over and visiting with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
How's everything going as you get ready for this busy week of games?
Yeah, everything's good. The weather's getting nicer here, so that's always a plus. It could be back home, and we could be dealing with snow. So everything's going good. We're getting ready to gear down for these next couple weeks and these next couple, 2 months here, and hopefully we can just keep playing as long as we can.
Did you take advantage of the weekend? How'd that go?
Yeah, the weekend was weird. Obviously, it wasn't normal, and Davo got injured with some tweak, I think, some little there. So hopefully he can get geared back and get healthy. I know he'll take care of himself and do what he has to do to be back on the ice. And yeah, it's just one of those situations where you have to go in, you have to be ready. It's part of our job. And we just about did it, and it was close. And it is what it is. And now we just gear up for this week coming up.
Is that hard as a goalie coming? You're sitting on the bench and then you're asked to come into the game.
Yeah, it's challenging. I mean, it's not easy. I wouldn't say it's something you ever expect, but it's something that you should always be prepared for. It's you always got to be able to either play for your partner or your team and just be ready at all times, no matter what, because anything can happen. And it is challenging, but it's just what we prepare for and what we get ready for during the pregame warmups.
How do you feel this first year as a pro has gone so far for you?
I think it's going well. I think it's first year of pro hockey. It's a lot of hockey coming from college when you're not playing as much, but I think it's going as good as it can be. It's there's ups and downs. It happens every season, no matter what. And I think I'm just trying to control as much as I can control, and I think it's going pretty well so far.
Feel like your game's improved since the start of the season?
Yeah, for sure. I think, like I said, it's going up and down. There's been some good times, some bad times, but in the end, I feel way more mature as a professional goalie. It's my first year, and I feel I feel good right now.
Roddy Ross joining us as our guest as we kind of step away from the Thunder portion. Of course, you had mentioned that you just came from college. Where you were at the University of Saskatchewan, correct?
Yes, yeah, I was there for the last 4 years.
How was that experience for you?
It was great. Yeah, those guys treat us really well. They have a great organization there. They treat us like we're grown adults. Their school first mentality and hockey second, as it should be when you're in college. And they were great to every one of us. We had our fun, but we also were able to do the work that needed to be done outside the rink. And just, I guess, for the recruiting, they were able to pick up guys that were like family. And it was the best 4 years of my life. It was nice to do that while I had the chance, and now come over here and play pro hockey.
In terms of the experience at college, is there anything that sticks out to you, any moment that you can kind of reflect on?
I guess just winning over there. My last year, we were able to win the Canada West Championship. So being able to do that was a perfect way to go out and be done playing at U of S. I could have went back, but it was just time for me to get out there, and it was, I think, just the best 4 years. The one thing I will always remember and always know that I gained while being there for 4 years is the friendships and all the memories that happened throughout those last 4 years, because it wasn't just, just a year of hockey. It was a year of gaining friendships outside of hockey and meeting all those guys and all their family members, their girlfriends, and just everyone. So it was a big family over there, and that's one thing I'll always remember.
So you still keep in touch with a lot of those people then?
Yeah, like we, I guess in this generation now, there's a bunch of Snapchat group chats and everything. So we have those, and we always are shooting back and forth and just checking on each other, talking to each other, and just it's very easy for us to get the group chats going, and we all don't forget about each other, and we always keep in touch. It could just be a hi, or it could be just, I guess, pulling each other's leg and just messing with each other. So it's just, yeah, it's just one of those friendships that we have with everyone there. It's very easy to shoot them a message and they'll respond.
One thing that you were honored with at the end of last year was a special award. What did that mean to you, giving back to the community?
Yeah, I mean that was an important award to win. I mean getting recognized for doing working with the youth there and Indigenous youth, and having a group that was, I guess, specialized in being Indigenous, and I guess getting it out there that we have a group for anyone that, I guess, feels like they're a little bit on their own and be a part of something. And that's I guess our goal was to always make sure everyone felt comfortable. They had a group to go to. We had activities working with a bunch of youth from different schools, and we worked really well with a bunch of Indigenous youth also, and being able to win that award after the 4 years of playing there, because we started that group on my first year. And I guess looking back at it now and where it's at today, and I know they're still doing workshops and doing stuff with the communities and just anyone. Now I see that the group's still going. It's very important, and I think it means a lot to me that they're still doing that. And for me being able to win that award, I don't take it as I guess that was all me that did that. There was many others that bought in and did their best to make sure that we were all going to work together when it comes to inviting youth over, or when it comes to just doing workshops with communities.
How did you get that started in the first place? How did that come about?
Yeah, so there was two very important people. I'd say, well, I guess everyone's important that started that, but people that stood out to me would be Craig McCollum, Nicole, and Avery Allard. Those are three people that were in the university. Craig and Nicole, they worked for the university teachers, and Craig is actually an old hockey player for U of S. He played there, and now he's a teacher, and now he's a vice chief. Um, and Avery Allard, she was a volleyball player. So the idea just came up by getting together and thinking what we can do and what the possibilities are of if we create this group. We knew it wasn't going to be easy. There's going to be a lot of, I guess, poking around at other teams and just figuring out if we could get numbers. So it's not just us four, it's because we want to make a group. So I guess it just started off by us four talking, having a lot of meetings, and when we came down to it, we slowly started to get people to join. And once we got that going, we have volunteers, people that will come out when we have a school coming over and doing tours, or we're doing a treasure hunt across the university just so we could show them what it's like to be in university, or maybe find interests that they might have. It gives them a little, I guess, spark to want to come to university. So I think it just started with a lot of meetings and the buy-in from university students that they're going to volunteer their time, come help us out with this group, and now it's just become a thing. And it just started off with, I guess, the four of us there.
Can you see a difference from year one to year four with the kids that you were working with?
For sure. I mean, we hear responses back from the teachers that bring their kids over, and every time they would say, "Hey, like these kids were talking about what they want to do and where they want to go in university when they get out of high school." So like just hearing little stuff like that knows that there's a purpose, and the group's working. At the end of the day, that's our goal, is to give them a little bit of life and spark to come to university. And it's to hear those comments from the teacher himself, and hearing those students come back and talking about what we did last year or the year before is important, because they remember, and it's something they're taking home with them. So yeah, every time we hear I guess comments back, it's important.
Sure, that's got to be a pretty cool experience to see them succeed and
For
improve
sure.
their lives as they
Yeah,
get older.
for sure. I think it's important, like for us as young adults and trying to live life in a university and play hockey, it's hard, but to do something that's outside of hockey is important. It's important that we're, I guess, trying to get the next generation going.
Sure. Roddy Ross again joining us here at Village Inn. Don't forget you can get a free slice of pie when you purchase something at Village Inn on Wednesdays. And Roddy, something else that we were talking about off camera that you'd mentioned a little bit about your family history and the love of horses. Can we
Yeah,
talk about that a little bit? How did that start? Do you guys still take
yeah,
part in it?
for sure. I think being from a small country town of Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan, from my dad's side, we grew up around horses all over. My grandpa, I guess, from what I've known, would have started, but I'm sure his dad did too. And just being around at my grandpa's farm, and even my aunties, and they all had horses. Everyone had horses, so we were pretty big into the rodeo, and they did barrel racing. My grandpa rode bulls. My dad team roped. My sisters, they're all barrel raced, and just did every event I guess that you can in a rodeo when it comes down to it. And I was, I guess, more focused about hockey, and I was just the kind of guy that would just ride the horses. I wouldn't do any events or anything like that. But where I learned all of it from would be from that side of my family. And yeah, we just always had the opportunity to ride a horse whenever we wanted.
So did they go to like the big rodeos, like the Calgary Stampede, stuff like that?
So yeah, it's a long family tree, and one of my cousins, Cal and Ross, his grandpa was a chuck wagon driver, and he would go to the Calgary Stampede, and that was something I thought was always really cool to see. And I guess our family we'd go to the big Indigenous rodeos, which sometimes happened actually in the States, but they would travel all over Canada. They would go from Saskatchewan to Alberta to wherever there was to go to a rodeo. I guess that's the part of the rodeo lifestyle, is you're always traveling. And so I guess I wouldn't really remember if they went to any of like the big Calgary Stampedes or the Ponoka or anything like that, but I did know they did go to some pretty big rodeos.
So can you teach Reagan, me, or Edmund how to ride a horse?
I can teach you to ride a horse, but I don't know how long you'd stay on. So, but yeah, it was fun.
I've never been on a horse. I might get bucked off right away, but
Oh yeah, they're special animals. I've grown to gain a really good relationship of understanding a horse, and yeah, they're beautiful animals.
have you ever raced
Uh,
like Kentucky Derby type racing with them?
no, but
No.
there's like, so we would have, me and my cousin, like I mentioned, Cal and Ross. We got sent with most of the work, most time for our late uncle Kirby, and we would be the ones that would kind of, they would say, hey, you guys stay here. You guys are cleaning the barns and doing, which was fine. We loved to do it, but we would also get the jobs of working out the horses. So whenever we got a chance, we would go out to the track and we would race each other, just because it's
Really?
something fun to do. And we're both 16, 15 years old. We got nothing to do. We're going to go race horses and work them out while we're doing it. So I guess when you ask if we're racing, it's more racing off the paper, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah. So that was the best part.
Do you feel like any of that helped you in terms of being more disciplined with your hockey career at all?
Well, I think so for sure, because at a certain age I had to stop going near the horses and stop riding and stay away from the chalk wagons and the rodeo, because of what I wanted to do in my lifestyle. They're dangerous. They're dangerous animals. It's a dangerous sport. So I had to pick between rodeo, chalk wagons, and hockey. So I obviously picked hockey, and I have
Sure.
to step away, and that just teaches me, I guess, lessons of there's going to be sacrifices that are made, and that was one that I had to make. And at times I look back and think of what would have happened if I went that route, and but in the end, I know I didn't make the wrong decision, and I still have all those family members and all those people that are still doing the rodeos and all that stuff. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, yeah, like it's taught me there's going to be always sacrifice in life, and you have to stay disciplined on whatever you choose.
As we kind of close here and get closer to ending this segment, a couple of random questions for you, and then we'll
Yep.
let you go. So we've been asking a bunch of you guys about different things, kind of a shotgun type of questions. So the first one I'll ask you is, do you have a favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I think it would have to be 8 Seconds.
8 Seconds.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
an old one.
That is an old one.
Yeah.
Isn't that the one with
The Bull Rider?
the Bull Rider?
Frost, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How about favorite music?
Favorite music would just be country.
Country.
The older country, yeah.
Do you have a favorite artist?
I wouldn't say I have a favorite artist, but I have definitely favorite people that I listen to, and
Okay.
that's like Merle Haggard,
Oh, wow.
Hank Williams. There's, I guess, just more the older type of country.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite pizza topping?
I'm just a classic pepperoni.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe last week Jack Barr said he doesn't like anything on his pizza.
Oh no, anything?
It was either that or it was Hawaiian.
Yeah. That seems like some bars you would say.
How about favorite dessert?
Favorite dessert? I don't think I really have one. I'm not much of a dessert guy, but if it was something I had to pick, I think it would just be like ice cream.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you look back at your career, do you have a favorite moment that you can think of?
Favorite moment?
Outside of like your college experience, something that kind of sticks out to you?
I think something that I'll always remember and never forget is just being drafted to Philadelphia, and that was just something that I guess I'll never forget the feeling and the family I had surrounded me on that day, and that was just a moment that I'll never forget and always be, I guess, remembered to be proud of myself with that accomplishment.
Last question for you. If you had to pick a profession outside of hockey, what would it be?
Golf.
Really?
Yeah, it would have to be golf. I enjoy golf during the summer, and I think that would just be a sport to be fun to be really good at.
Are you the best on the team?
No. I don't know where I'm at on the team, but I don't think I'm the best.
Have you taken Jay or Jake?
No,
I heard they're pretty good.
I heard they're really good. Yeah. So, I don't know. They would have to give me some strokes if I played them, I feel.
So as we get ready for the rest of this week, what do you hope to see from the guys? I know Kansas City's a tough opponent.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, but we're excited. I just expect a hard-fought games, and we're just gonna do our best to come out here with some points.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you being on with us, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Perfect. Thank you.
That is Roddy Ross. He's our guest today on Coffee Talk. Don't forget, free slice of pie on Wednesdays with a purchase of something over here at Village Inn. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your day, folks. Take care, and thanks so much for tuning in.